Hey, Miss Bud, what?
What's up, Denim? All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Here's your do now today. There's actually 3 questions. So first question goes in the chat. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? And then the second and third question are going to be share out loud, and it's an example of positive, negative, or no correlation. So look at each statement. So for number 2, it's the more math classes you attend on Zoom, the higher your math grade is. Tell me if that's positive, negative, or no correlation. And then for number 3, the more missing assignments you have, the lower your math grade is. Again, let me know if that's positive, negative, or no correlation. So 3 minutes on the clock. Got flying, super speed, mind reading. Clervins and I have the same answer. Telepathy. All right, 1 more minute left, 1 more minute. If you don't have your video on, make sure to turn on your video. Ten more seconds. All right, let's go ahead and go over number 2. So the more classes you attend on Zoom, the higher your math grade is. Is that positive, negative, or no correlation? What do you think, Clervins?
Positive.
I agree with you. Why do you say that?
What?
I said, why did you say positive? I agree with you, but why did you say positive?
Because once your grade go up.
Yes. So the more math classes you attend, the higher your math grade is. So if you were to plot those, the points would be going up. Yes, correct. All right, number 3. Thank you, Clervins. The more missing assignments you have, the lower your math grade is. What do you have for me, Natalie?
Isn't it negative because it wouldn't stay the same? It would lower down.
Yeah, so if you were to plot points again, it would be going downward. So it's a downward trend. That would be negative correlation. Good. And those statements were important because that leads me to my announcement. So unit ends Monday. So today's the last day for this unit. So that means that all chapter 1 assignments must be turned in by 11:59 tonight if you want them to count. So the more missing assignments you have, the lower your grade is. So make sure that you don't have any missing assignments and you get everything turned in today. I got a lot of emails over the weekend, so thank you for that. I haven't gotten a chance to answer them, but they're on my radar. So keep it up. If you, again, continue to turn in stuff late, just make sure you send me an email with the name of the assignment so that I can go back and fix it for you. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. Questions on late assignments? All right, the second thing. So the first chapter, we didn't have any assessments because we are still trying to figure out how this looks virtually, and we wanted to make sure that you all had a chance to get used to it. However, for the next chapter, we will be having a quiz. So if you've been taking it easy this semester or this chapter, you need to pick up the pace a little bit starting tomorrow because you will be starting to be assessed on the information. So that means that if you don't understand something, you need to ask questions. You need to show up for office hours, which reminds me that today we have office hours from 2:40 to 3:10. The link is on my Canvas page. And you need to be doing your assignments on time because if you don't do those things, then you are not going to be prepared for that assessment, which will be next week. I'll give you more information about that as the week progresses, but we're picking up the pace a little bit for the next chapter. Any questions about that? Okay, let's go ahead and do our good things then. Today's good things are gonna come from Ida, Imani, and Jaden. So Ida, what's your good thing?
I went to work.
Oh, great. Where do you work again?
Famous Days.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for sharing. Imani, what's your good thing? Imani, what's your good thing? No, Imani? All right, we'll come back to Imani.
Yes.
Oh, what's your good thing?
Nothing really.
Just something good that's happened this weekend, today.
I mean, good thing I get my hair done tomorrow.
Awesome. Very cool. Excited to see that. And then lastly, what's your good thing, Jaden?
Oh shit.
Oh no. Make sure you mute yourself.
We beat Fishers on Friday.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Did you catch anything?
I play online.
Oh, what, you went fishing?
We played Fishers
Oh,
on Friday. And we beat Fishers on Friday.
Awesome. I heard that game went well, so thanks for sharing. All right, let's go ahead and get started with today's agenda. So you'll need 3 things today. You'll need your graphing calculator, you'll need your notes, which are up on Canvas, and you'll need your calculator instructions. So if you don't have those 3 things, take a moment, get yourself situated, and then we'll get started. Oh, I forgot to share my good thing. My good thing was, shoot, I had a good thing and then I forgot it. Oh, I went to Costco this weekend. I really love Costco. That was a good time. And I had some pizza at Costco. So it was just a double pizza weekend. Can't complain. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Today we'll be solving 3x3 systems, but we're gonna do word problems, which is everyone's favorite thing in the world, I know. But after today, you're gonna be like, word problems, I love them. I'm so good at them. And you'll be a word problem machine. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So using systems and word problems, we're gonna go ahead and popcorn read these steps out loud. So step number 1, go ahead and read that for me, Henry.
Assign letters for all of the variables in the word problem.
Perfect. Go ahead and read step number 2, Christian.
Write a system of equations using those variables.
Perfect. Go ahead and read number 3 for me, Jonathan.
We write the equations in order to substitute or eliminate variables.
Perfect. And then number 4, go and read that for me, Bo.
Solve for all the variables.
Perfect. Good job. All right, so for those steps, number 3, you only have to do number 3 if you decide to solve your system by hand. If you're choosing to use a graphing calculator, you don't need to worry about step number 3. And we'll be using a graphing calculator in class today, so just keep that in mind. All right, go ahead and read example 1 out loud for me, Anam.
An amphitheater charges $75 for each seat in section A, $55 for each seat in section B, and $30 for each lawn seat. There are 3 times as many seats in section B as in section A. The revenue for selling all 23,000 seats is $870,000. How many seats are in each section of the amphitheater?
Great, good job. All right, so your first step is to define all your variables. So when you look at your problem, you're gonna see, okay, what are they asking me to find? What don't I know? And you don't know the amount of seats in each section. So I'm gonna use A to represent the seats in section A. I'm gonna use B to represent the seats in section B. And I'm going to represent C to represent the seats in the lawn. So we got A, B, and C. The hardest part is step number 2, which is to write a system of equations using those variables. That's where we have to translate the word problem into equations. So what we're going to do, what helps me, is I always like to circle any numbers that I see, because that helps me focus on what's going to be in my equations. There's also a sneaky 3 right here. So that's one of the numbers as well. All right, the next thing that kind of helps me when I look at word problems, and this is not always the case, but usually if you pay attention to the units, that will give you a clue on what goes with which equation. You usually want to put similar units together. Not always the case, but a lot of the times. So for example, I see a lot of units that are dollars. So I know I am dealing with money. So I'm going to put all of those money numbers together. So $75 for each seat. Each means multiplication. That means I'm going to multiply 75 times A. 55 for each seat in section B, so 55 times B, and 30 for each lawn seat, so 30 times C, is equal to, I know I'm selling $870,000, so that's another dollar amount. That's what that is set equal to. Any questions about how I got the first equation?
So what are you doing with the 23,000?
I haven't gotten to that one yet. The first equation I did was just related to money. Good question though. I know because I have 3 variables, I need to have 3 equations. So that takes care of one equation. I also see that there are 3 times as many seats in section B as in section A. So 3 times as many seats in section B as in section A. So that means if I take the amount of seats in section A and multiply it by 3, I'm gonna get the amount of seats in B. And that one's a little bit tricky because a lot of times students will put the 3 in front of the B, but that's not what it's saying. It's saying that if you take the amount of seats in A and multiply it by 3, that will give you the amount of seats in B because B has more seats than A does. Any questions about that one? All right, the last one, great question. We still have that 23,000. So I know that I have 23,000 seats total, so I'm gonna set it equal to 23,000. Well, what am I setting equal to 23,000? All of the seats in the amphitheater. So if I take the seats in section A, plus the seats in section B, plus the seats in the lawn, that's gonna give me 23,000 total. So now we have our 3 equations and our 3 variables. Are there any questions about that? All right, so now we're on step number 3. Like I said, you can do substitution, you could do elimination. I always like to use the graphing calculator because I think it's the easiest way to do it. So that's what I'll be showing you as a class, but you're welcome to choose by hand if that's your jam. Before you put it in the calculator though, you need to make sure that each equation is lined up so that you have your A, B, C, and then it has to equal your constant. So the first equation looks good, but the second equation, you can't have variables on both sides. So what you need to do is move the B over to the other side. So I'm gonna subtract B from both sides. So that'll give me 3A minus B is equal to 0, and that's okay to put in your matrix as long as you have your variables equal to your number. And then that last equation also looks good to go. You've got your variables equal to your number, so looks good to me. Questions? All right, now we're gonna go ahead and write out our matrix. And I'm gonna call on y'all to help me out. So the first question I'm gonna ask is, what goes in the first row of my matrix? What goes in the first row of my matrix? What do you think, Elise?
75.
And then what else?
55 and 30.
Good, and then don't forget to include that 870,000.
Okay.
Yep, good job. What goes in the second row? What goes in the second row? What do you think, Gavin?
I'm not sure.
Well, let's look at that second equation. What's the coefficient for the A?
3.
What's the coefficient for the B?
-1 and 0.
And then remember, do we have a C?
No, 0.
No. And a 0 for the C, and then it's equal to 0. So you're gonna have 2 zeros for that row. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the last row gonna be? What's the last row gonna be? What do you have for me, Naya? Naya, what's the last row of my matrix gonna be? We lost to Naya? Okay, we'll come back to Naya. Tyler, what's my last row gonna be?
$2,000.
Perfect. Good job. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in our graphing calculator. So you'll need your instructions, and we're gonna start at the bottom and clear out anything that might be there from a previous problem. And turn your calculator on, hit second, plus, I'm gonna go through this kind of quickly because we've done this for the past 2 days, but if you need help or your calculator is messing up, just stop me and ask, and we can go a little bit slower. All right, then you're gonna hit 2, and you're gonna hit 5, make sure that arrow's next to the A, and then hit delete. That should clear everything for you, and then just press clear to clear out all of that material. All right, now let's start at the beginning. So we're gonna hit second, x to the negative 1, go over to edit, and then hit 1. And then this is a 3x4 matrix. We have 3 rows, 4 columns, so press 3, then press 4. Ooh, I don't want 43. And then we're gonna type in our matrix. So just like Elise, Gavin, and Tyler gave us, we're gonna put all those numbers in. So 75, 55, 30, 870,000. Make sure you pay attention to how many zeros you're putting in. That's a common mistake. And we've got 3, negative 1, 0, and 0, and then 1, 1, 1, and then 23,000. Anyone need help getting all those numbers in? All right, now we're on the third step. So we're gonna hit second mode and then second x to the negative 1. So second mode, that will clear everything for you. Second x to the negative 1. Go over to math. Go down to RREF. That should pop up on your calculator. Then we're gonna hit second x to the negative 1 and then 1. And that's gonna give you your answer matrix. All right, so from here, I'm gonna copy this down. Sorry, I ran out of room. All right, what's my solution gonna be? What's my solution gonna be based on that matrix? What do you think, Noah?
1,500, 4,500, and 17,000.
Good, so just look at that last column. That will give you your A, B, and your C. Because this is a word problem, just make sure that you put it in the context of this problem. So it's 1,500 seats in section A, 4,500 seats in section B, and 17,000 seats in the lawn. Questions on example 1? All right, let's go ahead and do example 2 then. So I'm going to call in someone to read out example 2. All right, go ahead and read example 2 for me. Fresalum. We lost a Fresalum too? Where are you? All right, let's go back to Naya. Naya, could you read example 2 for me?
Sure.
Go.
A contractor is hired to build an apartment complex. Each 840 square foot unit has a bedroom, kitchen, and bathroom. The bedroom will be, oh, I was looking at the arrow. The bedroom will be the same size as the kitchen. The owner orders 980 square feet of tile to completely cover the floors of the 2 kitchens and 2 bathrooms. Determine how many square feet of the carpet is needed for each bedroom.
Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead. First thing you want to do is define your variables. So we've got a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom, and we need to know the square feet of each of that. So I'm going to go with X, Y, and Z. You can choose any 3 variables your heart desires. I'm going to say X stands for the square feet of, let's do the bedroom. Y is the square feet of the kitchen. And
Could you move your paper up a little bit?
yeah, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, and then Z is the square feet of the bathroom. All right, once you define your variables, go back through and circle any numbers that you see, because those are the numbers you're going to be using in your equation. So you've got 840, 980. I see 2 and 2. Sometimes they disguise numbers as words, so make sure you read it properly. All right, so this time we don't really have that units that we did in the example 1, so we don't really have that clue. So I would read each sentence as an equation. And again, you want 3 equations because you have 3 variables. So the first sentence, each 840 square foot unit has a bedroom, kitchen, and a bathroom. So that means bedroom is X, plus kitchen is Y, plus bathroom is Z, and that's equal to 840 square feet. So that's your first equation. I still need 2 more. The second sentence I read is the bedroom will be the same size as the kitchen. Same is a key word that means equal. So you're saying the bedroom is the same as the kitchen. In other words, the bedroom equals the kitchen. So X equals Y. So that's your second equation. And then the last one, it says that the owner orders 980 square feet of tile to completely cover the floors of 2 kitchens and 2 bathrooms. So 2 kitchens would be 2Y, and 2 bathrooms would be 2Z, and that's equal to 980. Any questions about setting up those 3? All right, next thing we need to do is make sure that all of the equations are matrix ready, and if they're not, we have to fix it so that it's ready to go in the matrix. So I'm going to ask this question to you all. Are all my equations matrix ready? And if they're not, which one do I need to change? Are my equations matrix ready? And if not, which one do I need to change? What do you think, Jonathan?
No.
Which one do I need to change?
The second one?
And how would I change it?
I know. Would you subtract the Y?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you want to make sure that the Y is on the same side as the X. So you're going to subtract Y from both sides. So that'll give you X minus Y is equal to 0. And now it's ready to go. Now it's ready to go. All right, from here, I'm going to go ahead and write out my matrix. So I'm going to call on someone to fill in the entire matrix for me. So give me all 3 rows of the matrix. Give me all 3 rows of the matrix. What do you think those 3 rows would be? Jaden.
1, 1, 1, 840.
Good. Next one.
1, -1. 0. Would there be a 0 and another 0?
Because you have a 0 for the z because you're missing the z, and then 0 because it equals 0. Good job. And then the last row would be?
2 to 980 and the 0.
So because in that last one you're missing the x, the 0 has to go first in the x.
Okay.
And then it would be 2, 2. So it does matter where you put the 0. Make sure you put it in place of whatever's missing. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and use our graphing calculator to solve our matrix. Any questions before I move on?
I can't see the bottom.
Yeah, can you just get it down a little bit?
Yeah, is that better? Okay, so first thing we need to do is clear out our old matrix. So we're going to have to hit second, and then the plus sign, and then we go to number 2, then we go to number 5, and press delete, and that's going to clear that out for you. And then press clear, that will clear out your whole screen. Now we're going to go back to step number 1, so hit second, x to the -1, go over to edit, hit option 1, and then it's a 3x4 matrix. So we're going to enter 3x4, and then start typing in your values with the first row that Jaden said. So 1, 1, 1, 840, 1, -1, 0, and 0, and then 0, 2, 2, and then 980. Questions about typing it in? All right, now we're on the third step. So start with second mode and continue from there. So you've got second mode, second, x to the -1. Go over to math, and then scroll down till you get to RREF. Press enter. Second, x to the -1. Type in 1 for A, and then press enter. So that's your matrix. I'm going to go ahead and copy this down on my piece of paper. All right, what is my solution? So go back to the original question, and it asks you to determine how many square feet is needed for each bedroom. So I only really care about my X value because that's the only thing they asked about. They only asked about the bedroom. So what is the answer? How many square feet of carpet is needed for each bedroom? What do you think, Amani?
You said how much carpet is needed?
For the bedroom.
Is it 840, 0, and 980?
So remember, the last column of your matrix gives you your X, Y, and Z, right? And
I was looking at the other one.
What'd you say? Oh, you're looking at the other
I
one?
was looking at.
Yeah, so this is the one that we just got in our calculator. So which one of those represents the bedroom?
350.
Yeah, because the X is the bedroom and that's the top number. So we've got 350 square feet. Questions? Okay. All right, go ahead and flip the page then. And the next problem we're going to work on in groups. So I'm going to put you in the breakout rooms. Does anyone still need this before I flip the page? Okay. Make sure you copy down this problem or at least have it on Canvas if you don't have it printed out, because once I put you in breakout rooms, you won't be able to see the problem anymore, or at least take a picture, whatever you need to see the problem. I'm going to put you in groups of 3. you're gonna make sure that you're unmuted in the breakout room, and then you're gonna read the problem, define the variables, write a system of equations. So you should have 3 equations, and then you're gonna solve that system. You can use any method you want, substitution, elimination, or calculator to solve that system. And then I'll call you back at about 10 o'clock to share your answers. Does anyone need more time to get that problem down? All right, looks like we're good to go. So I'm gonna go and put you in groups, and then I'll come and visit each group and make sure that I can answer all your questions if you have them. All right, there you go. Tia, make sure you join your breakout room.
$14 would be the X. I mean, 14 would be the Z. No, a salad would be the Z, I think, because X equals small pizzas, Y equals soda, Z equals salad, and then we plug in the $14 or what the variables are the costs of each of those items. Okay, I think.
Sounds good so far.
So the equation would be 2x.
Can I see the problem again?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Any questions beyond that?
That's it for me.
Cool. And then Naya, Freslam, I know your unmute is not working, but Naya, make sure that you unmute yourself.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions in this group?
Yes, I need help starting. I circle all the variables, but I need help like starting.
Okay, let's make sure everyone's unmuted so that y'all can collaborate together. So Amani, were you able to define all your variables? What do you have so far?
Define out variables, that means like circling.
That means saying like X represents this, Y represents this.
I don't think I'm on the right one. I don't know.
Are you looking at the pizza one?
No, I couldn't find it. Mine says like, I don't have that.
Why don't you take a picture of my screen because this is what
Arcadium in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
you're looking at. I think the assignment.
Oh, I think I am. All right. Is that homework tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
So Amani, what do you want your variables to be?
Like, what do you mean what I want them to do?
Like, what do you want X to stand for?
I mean, X can stand for pizza.
Okay. So write that down. And then what do you want Y to stand for?
The soda.
Perfect. And then what do you want Z to stand for?
The salad.
Okay. And then your first, then I would go ahead and circle any numbers that you see.
Yeah, I already did that part.
Okay. So write a system of equations. So that first sentence, 2 small pizzas, how would you represent that? And anyone can jump in here.
2x.
2x. And then a liter of soda, how would you represent that?
Just
X plus y.
Plus y, right? Because you said soda was y. And a salad, what would you represent the salad as?
Plus z.
Plus z equals how much?
14.
14. So that's one equation. Can you write your second equation?
X plus 3 equals 15.
So I like the x, but that liter of soda, how do you represent liter of soda?
I mean, y.
X plus y.
Plus 3z equals 15.
Great. Can you guys go from there?
Yeah. And then
How are we doing over here? Any questions?
I have a question.
What's up, Tyler?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, sorry. What's up, Ida?
When we define the variables, I get confused because I picked A, B, and C for my variables.
That's fine. So what does A stand for you? What do you want A to represent?
I'm confused. I'm not getting this.
So you just have to choose, like, what are the 3 things in this problem that you don't know? You don't know how much each item costs, right? So what are your 3 items that you're talking about?
The soda, the salad, and the pizza.
So those are your 3 variables. So you just got to figure out, do you want A to be the pizza? That would be
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then what would B be?
How much the salad costs?
Sure, you can say that. And then what would C be then?
How much the soda costs?
Yeah. And then Tyler and Gavin, make sure you're muted as well. Collaborate with each other. I'm going to check on some other groups and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Any questions over here?
No.
No, you guys got your answer? All right, everyone. Waiting on a couple more people to come back, but once they do, we'll go ahead and get started. If you would like to volunteer your group's answer, go ahead and type in me in the chat so I can call on you. So if you would like to share your group's answer, go ahead and volunteer yourself in the chat. All right, Noah, what do you have for us? What did you get for the final answer?
I got pizza equals $5, or X equals $5, Y equals $1, and Z equals $3.
Good, and I liked what you did originally, so I want you to include the context, so pizza, salad, and soda. Make sure you do that for word problems. So here's what you should have gotten for part A, part B, and part C. Depending on how you defined your variables, like Ida, for example, I know you defined your variables differently, so your equations might look different than mine, which is fine. But if you did define your variables as X was pizza, Y was soda, and Z was salad, then you should have gotten the 3 systems of equations. Put this as your matrix. When you solve your matrix, you end up getting this in your calculator, and that's how Noah got pizza's $5, soda's $1, and salad is $3. Any questions about that? All right, I'm gonna quickly change the screen. I'll put this back in case anyone still needs it. But I wanna show you your homework tonight because it's not on Big Ideas Math, it is on Canvas today. So if you go to the modules section of Canvas or the current lesson, whichever one you prefer, and scroll down to today's assignment, you will notice that it is a Canvas assignment. Come on, internet, don't do this to me. Sorry, y'all, my internet is being a pain. So at the bottom right here, it says homework, substitution, and elimination worksheet. You're gonna click that. It's gonna take you to the page eventually. It has a PDF, that's the worksheet. You can download it, you can print it out, whatever you want. Either way, you're gonna submit your assignment by sending me a picture of your completed work, whether that's on the worksheet or whether that's on a blank piece of paper, I don't care. Just send me a picture of your completed work and that will be due tomorrow at 11:59. Questions on that?
How do we upload a picture to Canvas?
It should give you a student view. I'll change my view real quick. If you don't have any questions, feel free to log off. If you do, I'll stick around for a few minutes to answer those questions. Amani, to answer your question, go to sorry, my computer is being so slow right now. Okay. And where it says submit assignment, here's where you would upload your photo. So you would choose a file and then upload it from your computer. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah, so you're gonna take a picture, let's say take a picture on your phone, then you can email yourself that picture so that it's on your hard drive, and then you can choose your file and that will like open up all the files on your computer. So you'd look for your file and then you just upload it.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions that I can answer for y'all?
I have a question.
Yes, Ida.
Are today your after hours?
Yes, 2:40 to 3:10.
Okay.